it's Kara Cherniak here with the Kinder Karate program, and I wanted to do a video for you that talks about the secret sauce of Kinder Karate. A lot of times parents get really focused on the techniques and what's the rewards, the belts, the stripes, and things like that. And for those of you who either aren't familiar with what we do, or sometimes for the parents who are focused on the end result, I wanted to do a video of really what is the secret behind what I do. So I wanted to take one of the games that we do at the end of class and break it down for you and kind of take you behind the curtain so you could really see what are we working on that's more than just the kick or the technique. So we're going to do that. I'm going to act out one of our games here for you, and then we're going to talk about what really was the lesson behind that game. So we have this game or this drill that we do at the end of class where we've been working on a certain kick. And so what I either do is if they're really little, I have them line up and they're all going to do this drill, or if they're older and they can understand the concept of the team and the competition, we'll do a relay race. So if we were doing a relay race, what would happen is I'd have the kids line up. Each kid gets something in their hand, one of these noodles or a small object, could be a beanbag, whatever. So what's going to happen is if you were the first person in the race, you're going to be waiting for me to say go. When I say go, you're going to run down. We can see the pad at the end of the dojang. So you're going to run down here. You execute whatever kick it is we've been working on the pad. Coming back, you're going to drop the noodle in the circle. Then come back and high five your partner, and they're going to do the same thing. So again, you're running down, doing the kick. On the way back, you're dropping off the noodle in the circle. Okay, so we're going to go over exactly what are the lessons that is all in the middle of everything that we're doing. So let's look at this and break this down piece by piece. Okay, so the very first thing is waiting for that go. Having that patience, listening, focused on listening skills, waiting for go. When they hear go, they run down. When they get to the pad, now we're working on technique. They're executing that kick. Okay, they're working on speed because they're running. They're working on the kick. Now on the way back, when they run back, they're dropping this off in the circle. So we have eye-hand coordination by dropping it off in the circle. We have a rule. What happens if the noodle goes out of the circle? So if the noodle goes out of the circle, that's your responsibility. That's your noodle. You have to pick it up and put it back in there. So we're talking about responsibility, taking care of what's yours. If you made that mess, you have to clean up that mess, right? You can't continue on until it's done the right way. Okay, so after that, coming back, making sure that this was very important. Once I drop it off, I now have to look where I'm going. And that may seem like a small thing, but at this age group, it's a big thing because they'll drop it off and then they want to keep looking at it and keep running. So we talk about looking where we're going. And then finishing off with teamwork, remembering to high five your next team member. Because if you forget and you go to the end of the line, you just lost it for your team, right? So working on all of those things. So there's many, many lessons that actually go into something that to the outside observer looks like a simple game. So as you can see, one of our very simple drills or games has a lot of thought put into it, and there's a lot of lessons to be gained out of it. So sometimes we get focused on, I get some questions about, the technique and should their foot be this way or that way, and, comparing them to their classmates, and, their kick is not as high. All of that stuff will come. All of that physical, the martial arts techniques that they're learning, it's going to get better with age because their coordination gets better, their balance gets better, everything gets better as they mature. But we forget sometimes that it's all of these lessons that are kind of baked into that cake that really are what helps the child to grow in so many areas and mature. And really, if you think about it, if we're working on focus and we're working on concentration in fun things like that where the kids are not standing still in a classroom type atmosphere, well, if their focus is better, obviously, then they're going to be able to work on those techniques and perfect those techniques. So I use a lot of drills, a lot of races, a lot of skill-based games in my program to sneak those lessons in, and it works very well. So I hope that you've enjoyed this. I hope that it's kind of opened your eyes a little bit to what we do in the Kinder Karate program. We teach the building blocks of martial arts and use that to deliver mental, emotional, social lessons, and so much more. So if you want more information about our program, please either give me a call at 844-KINDERS, 844-KINDERS, or you can also visit us at www.kinderkarate.us. Thanks for watching.